Once again, the political class in this country prove that they are absolutely out of touch with the rest of society as they plan to give more powers and increase the size of the House of Lords. When are they going to learn? Or when are we going to learn to actually stand up to this nonsense of politicizing the House of Lords? And especially, obviously, people like Tony Blair and many others since Blair, who made things much worse with the political appointees to this upper chamber. They've completely undermined the initial concept of the House of Lords anyway. It was supposed to be the arm of the Crown to hold the Commons to account. It was supposed to be checks and balances. It wasn't supposed to become political. It wasn't supposed to be able to block or delay legislation. It wasn't supposed to become a chamber for virtue signalling. But now, thanks to people like Blair and many others since, and it's not really just because of Blair and the Labour Party, the Tories are doing the exact same thing. This is what's happening now. So now that Boris Johnson has left, all the loyalists to Boris Johnson and his clan and everybody else are going to be elevated to the House of Lords. And as usual, this is a strategy. As usual, every time a politician does it, they're doing it to basically fill the House of Lords chamber in with their own people, so they could have more support, more political support. You wonder why so many people in this country are so sick and tired of the House of Lords. Now, there are different groups, obviously, attacking the Lords. And there are some who say, well, it's become too political, so let's turn it into an elected Senate and make it more political. Good luck with that. You're going to make it more elected. That's not going to help. And some people will say, well, in that case, let's just keep it as it is. That's also stupid. The reality is that if you just turn into what it was supposed to be before, get rid of the political appointees, make sure we can actually make some changes, we can reform, we can actually give the people who actually could make it maybe term limited, maybe based on merit, and based on expertise. And you still have the traditional establishment, because that's the arm of the Crown. Because they're not political, they're just there to scrutinize. That's all they do. That's fine. We don't want two chambers who make laws. One chamber is enough. We already have a House of Commons. We don't need two political chambers. It makes absolutely no sense. The reality of the Lords is supposed to be to keep tyranny out of the House of Commons. So if tyranny rises from the House of Commons, the Lords could be able to block it, to stop it, to prevent it. But now everything is political. This is the list of some of the names, and there are from obviously each party obviously and send their own list of their nominees, I guess. Paul Dacker. So we got obviously from the editor of the Daily Mail to a number of Tory donors, as you can see on the list, and also former MPs. This is my biggest problem. Look at that. So you've got Andrew Bray, former Tory MP for Ealing, and you've got Graham Evans. It was a great guy. It's not personal. And of course, you're going to have Sir Nicholas Soames. I'm not even surprised anymore. And then you've got a number of others. You've got an author. You've got a Tory leader of Bexley Council. I'm not really sure why that's even on the list, but okay. And then it gets worse, because look this way. The Labour Party's list, fascinating. Tom Watson, the former Labour Party deputy leader. They were about to block, actually, his move to be able to join the Lords, but they decided to make a U-turn. Frances O'Grady, the General Secretary of the TUC, Trade Unions Congress, is going to become a baroness. So all these people who don't even actually believe in the system of the House of Lords, they're all becoming lords and baronesses. The whole system is broken. It's nonsensical. Stop doing this. We need one political chamber, that's the House of Commons. We need one chamber to just not be political, and to essentially just make sure that we don't have tyranny in the Commons. That's all the thing, everything they have to do. Not much. It's not really complicated. You've got the so-called talent and ordinary people who become MPs. They're supposed to be. It's supposed to be that way, I know, but it's not. The Lords is supposed to be the Lords. And stop the political appointees, stop making it corrupt, stop increasing the size, and stop giving them more political powers. It's bad for democracy. It's very undemocratic. It's very bad. So we're going to come back in half an hour. We're going to tell you about Lisa Nandy of the Labour Party, who can't really stop herself from lying to the public every 10 minutes. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Maya Tousi, and we are the media.